Also, they're pretending to be playing a peacemaker role, and he has a force that has been fighting alongside FDLR and has been fighting the M23 on the instructions of Tshisekedi, because these are people who are not supposed to be in Congo. And South Africa dares even issue threats about what is likely to happen after that, and so on and so forth. Of course, we will see what threats they are talking about.
Rwanda's President Paul Kagame has launched a scathing attack on South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, accusing him of lying and distorting conversations between the two leaders regarding the escalating conflict in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Kagame's remarks, shared on social media, followed statements made by South African government, including Ramaphosa's comments linking Rwanda's military to clashes involving peacemakers from the Southern African Development Committee mission in the DRC. The tense exchange has fueled a speculation of growing a rift between the two nations. The situation in the DRC took a dire turn after 13 South African peacemakers were killed amid escalating clashes between the Congolese army and the M23 rebel group, which is reportedly supported by Rwanda. Addressing the media, South African Defense Minister Andrew Matsaga revealed that Ramaphosa had warned Rwanda that any further attacks on South African forces will be considered a declaration of war. Paul Kagame, however, vehemently denied the allegations and took issue with South Africa's portrayal of the conflict, and said, "I have held two conversations with President Ramaphosa this week, including earlier today," and said, "What has been said about these conversations in the media by South African officials and President Ramaphosa himself contains a lot of distortion, deliberate attacks, and even lies." Kagame sought to clarify key points, emphasizing that Rwanda's defense force is a professional army, not a military as implied by Ramaphosa. He also criticized SAMI-DRC, calling it an offensive force rather than a peacekeeping mission, and said SAMI-DRC was authorized by SADC to engage in the combat operation to support the DRC government, which works alongside genocidal armed groups like FDLR that target Rwanda. He further asserted that SAMI-DRC's presence had undermined the efforts of East African Community Regional Force, which he described as a legitimate peacekeeping body. Kagame dismissed claims that Ramaphosa had issued any warning to Rwanda, sarcastically suggesting that if such a warning was delivered, it must have been in a local language which I do not understand. According to Kagame, Ramaphosa had instead requested logistical support, including access to electricity, food, and water for South African troops, a request Rwanda would help facilitate. In a startling revelation, Kagame said President Ramaphosa confirmed to me that M23 did not kill the South African soldiers. FARDC did. Kagame warned that if South Africa sought confrontation, Rwanda was ready to respond, and said if South Africa wants to contribute to peaceful solutions, that is well and good, but South Africa is in no position to take on the role of peacemaker or mediator. If South Africa prefers confrontation, Rwanda will deal with the matter in that context any day. The exchange underscores the fragile state of relations between the two countries as tensions in the DRC continue to simmer where diplomacy can prevail remains uncertain. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.